What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a 2025 main account tour. If you're not already aware, I have a main account, which is what a majority of the content that gets posted on my channel is made from, and then I also have a free-to-play account that I've been running for around 3 years now that I keep up at the Valiant level as well. But my main account, that's where, most of the content for my channel, most of my experience in this game has come from, has been the main account. So my total hero rating is 7.8 million, right there knocking on the door of 7.9 and eventually 8 million total hero rating. I'm repping my champion title that I got from winning the tournament in 2019, and my top profile consists of my rank 3 Shocker, Onslaught, Quicksilver, and Shuri. I've been playing the game for over 9 years now. I think at this point it's 9 years and 3 months because I started in November of 2015. So it's around 9 years and 3 months. So I haven't been here for the entire existence of the game, but I've been here for 92% of it, basically 90% of it. I've been here for. I've been playing since 2015. So let's do a reverse. Most people show the roster then the content. I'm going to show the content then the roster. So I have all story content 100% as of right now. Act 8, Act 7, 9.1 is also done. And then I also have all of the book 1 story content 100%. I have every piece of Everest content 100% as well, including the additional paths in the Grandmaster's Gauntlet. The only thing I haven't done yet is the additional paths in the Crucible, and I'm just kind of saving that until, if I ever need some revives, this is a very easy way to get like 10 or 15 quick revives. So I'm saving that if I ever need it. If I don't need it, I'll just 100% it for the fun of it. But every piece of Everest content is 100%. Eternity Pain, Necropolis, Abyss, Grandmaster's Gauntlet, uh, and Labyrinth. I 100% Labyrinth a long time ago. At this point in the game, it's been quite a while since I've dipped my toes into Labyrinth for real. But yeah, that is the content that I've done. So now let's get to like the things that people care about, the roster. So we'll start with the 7 stars, specifically the 7-star rank 3 champions. So at this point in the game, I'm recording this on January 5th of 2025. I have 32, yeah, 32 rank 3 7 stars with the ability to take one other character up right now. So I could have 33, although I am waiting for the Deathless Thanos event that's coming out on January 8th. So Deathless Thanos will be my 33rd rank 3, but as of this recording, I have 32, and we'll go class by class here. So Science, I have 6, my most recent being Deathless She-Hulk and Sentry. Sentry just got buffed, and I will fully admit I did a 180 on Sentry. I would not have taken him up to rank 3 if I didn't value him and find him to be useful. So I'm a huge fan of Sentry. Myself and Nagase have made some crazy Sentry content over the past couple of weeks, so I highly recommend checking some of those videos out if you need to have the tide turned in your mind about Sentry, because he's very good, and I hope people start to see the value in him over time. But these are my science rank 3s. I don't regret anyone in this selection. I have used all of them and I will continue to use all of them. Specifically my boy Quicksilver here. Love having him up at rank 3. He feels amazing. So let's move on to skill. Now this is the class I have the least amount of rank 3s in. All of these champions are primarily defenders, although they have dual threat usage, specifically looking at Bullseye and Atuma. Killmonger's good on offense too, but I find Atuma and Bullseye a lot more fun to use. I'm a huge fan of Bullseye. I loved him ever since he came out. Obviously, he's a nightmare on defense, but personally, I think he's extremely fun on offense. And guaranteed crits, they feel pretty good. They feel pretty good. So I'm a huge fan of Bullseye, and I plan to take more skill champions up to rank 3. I just don't have any right now that I want to take up. Mutant, I also have 6. I just recently awakened my rank 3 Onslaught finally. It feels like it's been forever since I had this guy, and finally he's awakened. Literally, out of the first basic 7-star I opened in 2025, it was an Onslaught dupe, so I felt pretty good about that. And other rank 3s that are pretty new, Deadpool X-Force, We just got him from the not the Gifted Guardians, the Glorious Guardians event with the Banquet, and I was able to get him and get him awakened from the Banquet key box. So, super happy to have Deadpool up at rank 3. He feels amazing. He's good for short form and medium form content, and if you really want to, you could also use him in like long form, maybe knocking on the door of Everest, but he's just overall such an amazing character. The damage that he deals, no champion in the game is immune to. So, yeah, right then and there, he just has some crazy utility in the fact that nobody is immune to his damage, and then his damage is also crazy. So, Deadpool X Force, personal favorite of mine. I remember early in my MCOC career, the Deadpool X Force and Symbiote Spider Man Crystal had come out, and that was kind of the first introduction to featured crystals that I had. So that was a big moment for me, and it kind of solidified my staying power for the game was seeing Symbiote Spider Man and Deadpool and those crystals, and now it's a full circle moment to have Deadpool, now a good character, up at 7-star rank 3. It feels pretty good. I love basically every single one of my mutant champions. I would say the champion I use the least out of everybody here is surprisingly Sunspot. Now, of course, like I'll use Sunspot in Battlegrounds if I draft him, but outside of that, I don't really find myself using Sunspot too often. I use Onslaught everywhere. I use Nightcrawler everywhere. I use Sinister and Professor X basically everywhere. And Sunspot, he's amazing, and I do like Sunspot. I just don't use him as often as I maybe used to. So, yeah, no real issue with that. But moving on to Cosmic, this is the class where it gets a little crazy. I have 8, count them, 8 7-star rank 3 Cosmic champions, and almost all of them are awakened. The only one that is unduped right now is Beta Ray Bill, so I'm crossing my fingers that I can get a dupe on Bill because I think it makes him even better for like shorter form health pools and more of that medium level health pool. You don't have to go for a super duper heavy attack into special 2 loop. You can just kind of go for special 2, special 1, and with the dupe, the additional burst damage, it kills the opponent. It makes them die pretty quickly. So I love Beta Ray Bill. I love every Cosmic I have here. Specifically, I've fallen in love with Scream. I just recently awakened Scream, from my Banquet rewards opening. So yeah, what a crazy, crazy pull this is. I know that the duped ability is not like the most essential thing for her, but it's just so nice to have, and it provides her that additional level of utility where you really notice it from time to time, especially that regen, just keeps you topped up at near a full yellow bar. So I love Scream, and I cannot wait to keep using her. It's funny, I just made a rank 3 Scream showcase video, and now a couple of days later I awaken Scream. So I should really make a showcase video on my Beta Ray Bill, because then maybe I'll finally awaken him. But overall, I love my Cosmic rank ups. Something that is pretty unique is my Maestro is awakened currently. That's because I used a Cosmic Awakening Gem on him. So in my Awakening Gem catalog, like the gems that I've opened so far, I've gotten 2 Cosmic, 1 Tech, and 1 Skill. The Cosmic Gems have gone to Maestro, and then another rank 3 up here, Serpent. He got a Cosmic Awakening Gem as well. And then Tech, I will show you right now, went to Stark Spidey. So Stark Spidey got my Tech Gem and some Sig Stones. I love Stark Spidey. I somewhat regretted not picking him earlier in 2024 from that 7-star selector, but now that I have him awakened and I have the other character as well, it just feels right. It just feels right to have him up at rank 3 because he is bonkers with a capital B. Speaking of bonkers, Shocker, my first ever 7-star rank 3 SIG 200 champion, Shocker. One of my favorite, probably my favorite tech overall in the entire game. Such a big fan of Shocker, and I really just do value him extremely highly. And that SIG just makes him even faster for like shorter and medium form content. Special 1, Special 1, Special 2. Most things around 600,000 health are dead from that, and if they have more health, just go for the special 3 and do a little, heavy special 1 loop because you can do that forever. So I love Shocker. He's such a fun character and yeah, was definitely worthy of my first SIG 200. Shuri was another amazing rank 3. I still use her quite a bit. Still super useful. Love having Shuri. Not much to say about her. I've used her quite a bit. And then Sentinel. Sentinel is a brand new rank 3 to my roster. I did not use an Awakening gem on him. I actually used that gem on Medusa, so she's Sig 1 currently up at rank 3. I dupe Sentinel naturally from the Gifted Guardian box, and I love Sentinel. Such a fantastic character. Just a jack of all trades, really. Not much he can't do in terms of utility and matchups. He brings so much to the table: armor break, heal block, quadruple immunities, um, so many different types of damage over time effects and ways of dealing damage. He kind of does everything a tech character can do. Maybe not the best, but he can do 85 to 90% of what you want a tech champion to do at around 85 to 90% efficiency, you know? So Sentinel, he's just like 8.5 across the board, 9 across the board. He just does a lot very well. So extremely excited to use Sentinel going forward because he is a beast. And then finally, we have my Mystics here. I am. It's kind of crazy. Mystic used to be my lowest class. I used to only have two Mystic rank threes, and now I have five. So skill has taken that, I guess, pity crown of having the lowest amount of rank threes for my roster. But my Mystic roster is kind of crazy. Rank three Juggernaut is very stupid and maintains his stupidness going forward. I just actually awakened my 6-star Juggernaut relic, so he has that now. So just adding more fuel to the fire. But two of my favorite rank threes are Kushala, who I absolutely adore, love having her at rank 3, really want to awaken her at some point because that dupe is just so nice to have. But then specifically, Werewolf by Night. So, Werewolf was, I believe, my fourth rank 3 7-star. I think in order it was Shuri, Sunspot, Nightcrawler, Werewolf. I believe that's the order of my first four. I could be wrong. I don't exactly remember if Nightcrawler was my third or maybe he was my fifth. But yeah, Werewolf by Night is crazy. Such a unique character, incredible ways of dealing damage without hitting the opponent, and having physical burst damage tied to rupture, strong regen, decent immunities, unstoppable, unblockable, power gain. Werewolf just has it all, man, and you feel like you're using a werewolf when you're playing Werewolf by Night. So I love Wolf, one of my favorite rank threes, and to this day I still use him quite frequently. So those are my 7-star rank 3 champions. If we look at my rank 2 roster here, I've got a lot of champions I want to take up. Specifically, just kind of go down the line here. Black Panther Civil War should be getting up there pretty soon. Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Count Nefaria, Null, Prowler, Crossbones, Red Skull, Warlock, Arcade, and probably Sasquatch down the line. Just to name a few champions I'm thinking about bringing to rank 3. My next rank 3 is actually going to be Arcade, so I'm not going to take him up with the gem, obviously. I'm saving that for Thanos, but I almost have the catalyst to take Arcade up to rank 3, and I will be. If you just caught the video on my channel, at this point of recording, it would have been yesterday, but maybe you're watching this later. I made a revisit video to Arcade, kind of talking about my initial perception being wrong, and I was introduced to a new rotation that Allison Edits was using, and I found myself really enjoying Arcade and valuing his control and the consistent damage output that he deals. So I'm really excited for the buff to Arcade. This is all pre-buff, by the way. I'm taking him up to rank 3 pre-buff. So that's kind of crazy, and it just goes to show that, there are diamonds in the rough sometimes, and Arcade was definitely one of them. But those are my 6-star or 7-star rank 3s and rank 2s. Rank 1s, I mean, I can scroll down the list here, nothing too crazy. There are some champions that I want to get up, like Dust, Jack-O-Lantern, probably Shang-Chi and Vox at some point. And then I would not mind getting my Purgatory ranked up as well. And then Dazzler too, of course. Dazzler's got to get ranked up. But I don't have the materials to rank her up right now. And then probably Man-Thing down the line, because he's really good. But yeah, those are my 7-stars, and then let me show off my 6-star rank 5 champions. Nobody really cares about anything else. I still get a lot of use out of my Kate Bishop, my Tigra, my Absman, and my Cosmic Ghost Rider, and Doom as well, obviously. Any 6-star that is not a 7-star still gets used fairly consistently. Um, She-Hulk is another one that gets used quite often. And yeah, but at this point, excuse me, 6 stars are really just ranked for convenience. I just recently ascended my Gallon, my Archangel, and my Iceman just to have them up because none of them are 7 stars, and I'd rather ascend 6 stars that are not available as 7 stars. So I have that kind of equivalent power level of a 7 star rank 2 when I'm using the 6 star. So in terms of ascensions, I think I have like 30. Yeah, 36 ascensions, and I should have another one by the start of next month. At this point, ascensions are kind of done with me. I don't have any other 6 star that I really need to ascend. Maybe I'd say the only one is like Kingpin. He's probably the last 6 star that I need to ascend, and then after that, I really have every 6 star that I want to have ascended. So at that point, it's like, are there any rank 4s that I want to ascend? Like, I don't know, Spider-Man Supreme, he's a fun one. Probably get him up down the line. Red Guardian, Anti-Venom, Nimrod, Mr. Fantastic, Kitty Pryde. Certain champions like that where I would probably take them up rank 5 ascended down the line, or maybe they'll just be rank 4 ascended because the T6CC is better off on 7 stars. Ghost, kind of the same thing, kind of the same sort of argument there. Ronin is another one. But, at this point, it's like 6 stars are still somewhat useful, but nowhere near as useful as they were way back in the day for me. For me, good voice track there. Way back in the day for me. So I rank them when I feel it is necessary to, and that's kind of where I draw the line. But overall, that is my account tour. I do want to end off the video. Something I've seen a lot of people do in account tour videos is go over how much they've spent on the game in their total lifetime of playing. So I don't have the exact number, but like I said at the beginning, I've been playing this game for over 9 years, around 9 years and 3 months at this point. And in those 9 years, I have spent roughly $7,000 to $8,000. I don't exactly know like the precise number to the decimal point, but I know it is more than 5,000 and less than 9,000. So I believe it is around like the high 7, very low 8, like maybe 8.2 around there. That's how much I've spent in the 9 years I've been playing. So if you do the math, that's less than $1,000 a year. And obviously, like certain years I spent little to nothing. Certain years I spent maybe like $1,000 in sales overall over the course of the whole calendar year. So I'm pretty happy with that number. I mean, I do this YouTube channel for the sake of, content creation, entertainment, but I also use it as a source of revenue. So investing into the game, it has typically shown to be a worthy source of investment when it comes to some of my funds. When I put into the game, I get back with returns, not only in terms of viewership, but in terms of actual, gameplay and rewards and resources. So, yeah, that's going to do it for this 2025 account tour. Please let me know if you have any champions that you're looking to rank up this 2025 or characters that you're looking to see get added to the game. That's probably another video that I'm going to make, characters I want to see added in 2025. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, and I hope that you did, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We're on the road to 40,000 subscribers. I'd like to hit that by the end of January, and then by sometime in 2025, I would like to breach 50,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me out on that journey, I would be greatly appreciative of that. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.